Why a lot of men love being single. He doesn't have to worry about financially serving anybody.
You struggling to do that. Percent of men are not trying to date.
Being single as a man, so it's better to stay single.
There's going to be a population decline. No one talks to each other anymore.
Many men appear increasingly comfortable remaining single, especially amid rising living costs and changing relationship expectations. Single life offers men greater financial freedom, less stress, and more control over their time, hobbies, and lifestyle choices. Others point to economic pressures, claiming that dating, relationships, and traditional provider expectations have become difficult to sustain for many young adults already struggling with rent, bills, and everyday expenses. At the same time, other voices argue that the issue extends far beyond money. Some creators believe modern dating apps have replaced organic social interactions, making it harder for both men and women to form meaningful connections in real life. As more people report prolonged periods of singlehood despite actively socializing, traveling, and pursuing careers, concerns about loneliness, declining relationships, and even future population trends have become increasingly common across online discussions.
One of the things that I like to do as a single man living in peace is sleep in my bed diagonally, okay? And I do that because it's just a reminder to me of one of the many freedoms that I have that married men don't.
We have nothing before, but have worse afterwards because we care about a woman. Just walk away. They will never care about you.
Why a lot of men love being single. So ladies, if you're watching this is what you're up against and what you're competing against. 1, he can enjoy all of his hobbies without being nagged or put down or his hobbies made fun of. His friends might lightly tease him, but for the most part, they're probably into the same hobbies he is, and he's gonna have so much fun with them. So if you're in a relationship with a man, make sure you show full support for his hobbies. 2, he doesn't have to worry about financially serving anybody. Unfortunately, for a lot of men, relationships are insanely expensive. There's always that joke that he went to the restaurant without his girlfriend and he only had to spend like $10. Whereas with his girlfriend, he would have spent $50. Now that's probably an exaggeration, but you get what I'm getting at. And next, they can live and decorate the way they want to. They don't feel the need to have all these weird items around the house for no apparent purpose other than to collect dust. They can have that simple, minimalist setup that looks clean and beautiful, and it's effortless to maintain.
Marriage for women is a big short-term lifestyle hike, and when the divorce arrives, it's a retirement plan.
You know what the funniest thing about so many men is nowadays? So many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only going to waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately.
So let me get this straight. They are strong and independent. But if they make stupid choices and get in trouble because of the stupid choices, it is some man's responsibility to fix it? Wow. I'm so happy I'm single. No debt, no stress, no such thing as having to pay for the fact that someone else was tricked into making too much debt. Life is good.
Bro, imagine you 27, you work in a salary job, you pay your car note, your rent, insurance, your light bill, water bill, gas bill, all your other expenses now. And you struggling to do that. Now, imagine someone expecting you to pay theirs as well. And dates. And buy gifts. And then, if you don't do that, you get blasted and they say, you are not being a man. There's a reason now 80% of men are not trying to date and are staying single right now. Be honest. It's crazy. Crazy.
I've got no mortgage on my house, it's free and clear. Have 2 cars that are totally paid for. Pay off my credit card in full every month. Divorced for over 17 years. I live within my means, happily and in peace. Why would I want to be in a relationship that would disturb the peace that I enjoy being single?
Women are scared of happily single men. You want to know why? Let's get into it. Being happily single as a man makes you more appealing. Men that don't need to be in a relationship. Men that have high standards. Men that don't chase women. They chase in purpose. This makes women think, wonder if that man is actually interested in them, and will in turn, y'all listen to this, increase the value of that man and his expressed interest in their mind.
I've been a single man 95% of my life. I've struggled but managed. I've never expected anybody to come along and support me. I'm now retired with a nice house, vehicles, and everything I need. I meet 50-year-old women who have nothing, can't provide for themselves, and who don't look after themselves. Why would I consider letting them into my life?
Being single as a man and only having to worry about yourself is very peaceful. Women are an expense. You have to provide for them and you have to take care of them. And in return, they don't do what they're supposed to do. They want to take, but they don't want to give. So it's better to stay single. And if you have one of those women who actually contributes to the relationship and you're happy with it, just make sure she doesn't make more money than you, because then she's gonna resent you and leave your ass anyways. So you just can't win if you're in a relationship. The only way to win and be at peace and enjoy life is to be single as a man.
Being a single man comes with its own set of stresses, too, ladies. Deciding which one of the cars or bikes I'm taking to work each morning. Which fishing spot am I taking the boat to on the weekends? It isn't easy, man.
Something that is not talked about enough is how there's going to be a population decline in like the next 10 years. Because there are so many beautiful men and women out there that are not dating anyone. I'm going to be talking about this from my point of view and from a girl's side of things. Every single couple that I meet in today's age, they have met on a dating app. Now, once in a blue moon, do I hear like, oh, we were high school sweethearts or something? But for majority, no. It is all through a dating app. And for those people who are in relationships, shout out to you. Honestly, you're amazing. Good for you that like all these dating apps worked for you. But for a good chunk of individuals, dating apps just aren't the thing for everyone, no matter what the reason might be. Now, for myself, I hate texting. I feel as though that I am a big talker. So when I go on a dating app and like trying to start up a conversation to get to know someone via text does not work. The other option we have is to meet people organically, out and about in the real world. But honestly, that is very funny because it does not happen whatsoever. So this is where we're gonna see a population decrease because no one talks to each other anymore and like tries to make a move in person, if that makes sense. I'm 24 years old and I have never had a boyfriend. And I think I'm like the perfect case study for this entire topic because I am a girl who in high school was a part of sports teams, also was in the performing arts, was working like 3 jobs. And I went to a 4-year undergraduate university, dormed there, lived the whole college experience, went out and everything, had the whole shebang, rah, rah, and nothing happened. Now I am 1 year post-grad, which is so freaking weird. And I have been at home in the same exact spot working. I work full-time as a bartender, the place where you think you would be able to meet people. And on top of it, I'm traveling, I'm going out, I'm living my best life. And nothing ever comes of it. Now, this isn't supposed to be like some sad sob story. I'm not the only one that this happens to. Like, I have so many friends that are in the same exact position. So to anyone feeling like you're the problem, it's not you, it's everyone. There is so many people in this world feeling the same exact way that I've never had a boyfriend. Am I weird for this? No, you're not. Something's in the air, and I feel like people are not pursuing it as much as they should be. Because nobody wants to be alone. Everyone would love to have a partner in life. And if we continue at this rate, we're simply gonna see a world where no one is in a relationship and the birth rate is gonna be the lowest it's ever been.
Single men thrive by denying themselves everything but the most essential expenses while working their butts off. Single women might thrive if they would deny themselves everything but the most essential expenses while working their butts off. Equality at its finest.
Men can cook and clean. In fact, the best cooks are all men. Men can do everything a woman can do, except for give birth, of course. Men can do everything women can do. And I would say better, many times. But men want women. And oftentimes, it's the women complicate a man's life. And sometimes it's better in that sense just to get away and say, look, you're complicating my life. My life's better without you. I don't need you. You need me. I don't need you.
They are so obsessed with money as long as it's not theirs, and obsessed with material things. What happened to the nurturing, loving part? It is insane how they think what's yours is theirs, and that you, as a man, should pay for everything whilst they guard their own money.
I'm gonna get a ring. I'm gonna propose to her when the time is right.
Take this one.
I have.
So this woman is literally begging her boyfriend to marry her. She's in this court case because she bought the ring and she wants him to either marry her or reimburse her the cost of the ring. She's begging him and he's like, no, I don't want to marry you. You never embarrass yourself enough to be on national TV or even privately. You never let a man tell you he doesn't want you more than once. And you never have to guilt trip somebody into marrying you. If he doesn't want to do it, if he's not excited about it, you don't want it. You never want to feel like the only reason why a man married you is because you asked him or because you guilt tripped him or because you manipulated him. You want him to marry you because he cannot see his life without you. Begging him is only going to get you a temporary victory. Yeah, you might marry him and he might be miserable the whole time. You don't want a man who you have to beg. This is all about his ego. If he really loved her, he would never let her embarrass herself like this.
Men do not need to buy something nice every week. Guys do not need to have the latest trend in shoes, buy clothes every time they go to a store, throw stuff away just because it's old, get something just because their friend did. A guy can get by better on his own than without her, with bills, and keep all his money for himself, and have a calm, peaceful life. These videos collectively reflect growing concerns about the future of dating, relationships, and social connection in modern society. One perspective frames singlehood as a rational response to economic realities and relationship expectations, while another highlights broader cultural shifts that have made forming relationships feel increasingly difficult for everyone involved. Beneath the debate is a common theme: more people are questioning whether the rewards of dating outweigh the costs, contributing to a growing normalization of long-term singlehood in 2026. You're watching Modern Dating Logic, where we keep it real, not emotional. If you see the pattern, you already know what to do.